Welcome, welcome, welcome. Part of our continuing series interview with Lee Jussim, a distinguished professor of psychology out of Rutgers University. We weren't able to bring him into the studio, but we were able to talk to him online and get some quality information for you. He wrote this paper, The Politics of Social Psychology, Distortions in the Social Psychology of Intergroup Relations by Lee Jussim. Roughly, it was about this. This chapter reviews and critically evaluates evidence suggesting that liberals are disproportionately represented in social psychology. Pernicious factors contribute to that disproportion, and some conclusions in intergroup relations are consistently biased in ways that exaggerate support for narratives of bias and oppression. The only assessment of social psychology's ideological distribution is a pair of surveys conducted via the listserv of the Society for Personal and Social Psychology, SPSP. Social psychologists have suspected both the existence of personality type associated with general prejudice towards a variety of social groups and that this personality type is associated with political conservatism. Summarizing these and other studies with similar results, Brandt, Reyna, Chambers, Crawford, Wetherell, 2014, put forward the ideological conflict hypothesis, which argues that very simply that people across the political spectrum are prejudiced against ideological dissimilar targets. Political biases can lead to a variety of questionable interpretation practices. So, social psychologists have suspected both the existence of a personality type associated with generalized prejudice towards a variety of social groups, and this personality type is associated with political conservatism. Interesting. The only assessment of social psychology's ideological distribution is a pair of surveys. Liberals are disproportionately represented in social psychology. So liberals are disproportionately represented in social psychology, yet they've come up with the conclusion that all the bias is from conservatives. That's what that's saying. That's very interesting. Very interesting. That's what this chapter is. He was looking at social psychology. He wrote it in 2016. So I asked him, are things better now? Professor Lee Jussim out of Rutgers, distinguished professor in the Department of Psychology. Are things better than in 2016? Is there more division now? I wrote that paper in 2017, 2018. Is it worse now? It has been worsening for a long time, but that is not what you asked. I'd rather stick to social science evidence than speculation, though I can flag speculation as such. I know of no such evidence that it is worse now than in 2017. That stops us short of saying it is not worse now. I have also no such evidence that it is better now than 2017. Okay. I can't say it's worse. I can't say it's better. I can't say it's not worse. I don't know of evidence showing that it's definitively worse than in 2017, but I also can't say it's not worse. I also can't say it's better. That leaves speculation based upon my real world experiences and following the news like anyone else. I guess that it's about the same as 2017, but even if that's true and it's not worse, it was pretty bad in 2017. So in the absence of evidence that it has gotten better, I still think it's pretty bad. So I'm going to try to get him to come up on the podcast and we'll interview him. But he is saying, I don't know of evidence that it's definitively worse now than in 2017, but I can't say it's not worse and I can't say it's not bad. Since I don't have evidence, I have to go on speculation, being an American and listening to the news. I'd say that it's not worse than it was in 2017, but it was pretty bad in 2017. And there I don't see evidence that has gotten better, so I still think it's pretty bad. So very bad in 2017, hasn't gotten better, but it was pretty bad in 2017. Interesting take. So not necessarily better, could be worse, not better, could be the same. But 2017 was bad. So basically he's saying it's kind of held on from 2017. That is different than what almost everybody else is saying. But, we're here for data points. So here is a researcher of political polarization in America. And he's saying, it's not clear that it's worse now than it was in 2017. That's his stance. Okay. And we added it to the data. Add that in as you will. Oh, we will. We have a couple more. We've been saving them up for months. So finally got them all together, finally put it together. We're trying to knock them out now. We have a lot more regular interviews coming. There's regular interviews still coming throughout the month of June and July, and I think even into August. But these were interviews that we weren't able to schedule. We had already gotten the emails and we were just holding on to. So lots coming. All right, that's it for this one. We'll be back in a few minutes with another person.